I learned about it through the hospital that I was at, and the case manager recommended that I go here. I have been struggling with major depression with bipolar 2 tendencies for a few years and anxiety, and it got out of control, and I know I needed somewhere safe to go, which is why I chose Sovereign. I came here to visit, and I decided that I'd like to come here because it seemed like in the houses we were one big family, and that's definitely what I needed, and I needed to be in a safe environment while also being able to talk about whatever I can. And I definitely just knew this was the right place for me. I was very scared. It seemed like there were so many people and it was overwhelming. I didn't think anyone was gonna want to be friends with me or even get to know me or care about me, and I was very wrong. It was the greatest experience. It was the hardest experience, but it was the greatest experience I have ever been in. The environment was very safe. At the same time, it gave me a sense of security and a mix of reality, just dealing with being on the outside world while also being in a safe environment. My roommates were always there for me, and I was always there for them, no matter what time of the day or night it was. And it was a very clean house. It was very comfortable, and just the energy from the housemates made it 10 times better. My therapist was my main source of strength and inspiration. She really kept me going. All the group therapists were extremely supportive, and even though they weren't my average therapist that I usually had individual sessions with, they would always do mini sessions with me, make sure I'm okay, make sure I'm comfortable, and if I was having an issue, to work through it and report that back to my individual therapist so that we can discuss it further. I did. I had about 3 favorite groups. One of them was equine, the other one was art therapy, and the third was process group. It was really good to talk about how your day went and issues you have or concerns, or even if you were in a great mood, just to discuss that and get feedback from everyone in the group and the therapists, and that was a great thing to do at the end of the day. Art therapy was always really good because you can express yourself in a creative way, and you're able to take home your art and put it up. And equine was amazing. I love working with horses. I have a horse, and it's a different experience because you grow that connection and you learn to trust the horses and what they have to offer. You learn to find a lot within yourself and see how the horse is reacting, and you can find out how you're feeling about that. A typical day, Monday through Friday, was pretty much waking up around 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe 7 o'clock, and getting ready, doing your chores, doing homework, preparing yourself for the day. We would have treatment from 10 a.m. until 4:45 p.m. We'd usually go home and have dinner. We would hang out for a little bit, kind of relax and de-stress ourselves from the day. We had the option of going to meetings, depending on if you're MH or DD. And from there, we just had a really good time. We tried to relax for the rest of the night and get ourselves ready for the next day. I like most about Sovereign is the connection I made with everyone, including the therapist, the staff, and my fellow housemates and group mates. We learn to trust each other, and we learn to talk about things in a safe environment and know that we won't be judged, because we all have things we have to work towards here, and it's a really good support system. I'll take away all the CBT and DBT skills and try to find out some more coping skills, because I found that a lot of them do work once you give them a shot, and I'm going to take that on the outside. I tell others that it's a very scary experience in the first, and like myself, I was terrified of not making friends or just not making good connections with people, and that I would be the different one or the oddball out. But once you get settled after the first day, sometimes the first week, you will really start to trust people. You'll start to make great friends, and even if you don't come here for friends, you'll make great support systems, and you'll have so many people to trust. So as hard as it gets here, you have to keep going. It's the strongest and hardest decision I've ever made, but it's also been the best.